welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about guinea pigs and things that you should avoid doing with your guinea pigs in order to make sure that they have a long and healthy life. But first, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Pink Hippo, for helping me bring this video to you guys. I'm wearing one of their t-shirts. They have a lot of really cute animal design t-shirts with like these cute little animals on the front, and then the t-shirt also fits really well. It fits really nice, so I really liked it. It was actually really hard to pick one of these shirts to show you guys because they have so many cute designs. Be sure to check them out on their website right here. They have so many cute designs. This would be such a cool gift for an animal lover or to just include some animal apparel in your back to school shopping. Link will be in the description down below, so be sure to tell them how much you appreciate their support for this channel. Alright, so let's go over the things that you should not do to guinea pigs. You know, if you have pet guinea pigs. I got a lot of requests to do this video since I did a similar video about chinchillas, basically the don'ts of chinchilla care. So today I'm going to be doing that for guinea pigs. So the very first one is don't make your guinea pig live alone. That is a big one. That's probably one of the most important things about caring for guinea pigs is that part of guinea pig care is companionship. That is a care requirement. You have to get at least 2 guinea pigs. These are herd animals. So basically that means that they want to live with other guinea pigs by instinct. So it's not just like, oh, you know, they want a friend. It's actually part of their care. So these animals think that if they're alone, they're in more danger. So your guinea pig is going to be very stressed out. It's going to just not be happy if it's by itself. They need to have a friend. And so there's just so many things that I hear and, well, you know, read, I guess, in the YouTube comments is just, oh, you know, you can't get 2 guinea pigs if it's a male. You can. Actually, male guinea pigs live together really comfortably. They get along very easily, especially if you get 2 brothers starting out. That's, you know, going to be really easy. What else do I hear? That they're aggressive and they can't have a cage mate. Usually if you're having an issue where a guinea pig is mean or territorial with other guinea pigs, it's usually the human's fault. It's almost never the guinea pig's fault. The care requirements might not be right. They might not be getting enough vegetables. Maybe the cage isn't big enough. There's just so many different things, or maybe you didn't introduce them correctly. A lot of times with social animals, when people find out that their animal needs a friend, they'll go out, they'll, you know, pick up another of that animal. Let's say it's guinea pigs. They'll pick up another guinea pig and then they'll just throw it in the cage. And yeah, obviously they're going to fight. So if, you know, you got to your home and all of a sudden there was somebody else living there that you've never met before, you're going to be upset. So introducing 2 guinea pigs to each other correctly is really important if you have a guinea pig that's older and has been by itself for a while. So guinea pigs are social animals. They need companionship. And I think as humans, as social animals ourselves, we should be able to understand that. And I know somebody will write in the comments saying, oh, I don't really like socializing. But, you know, as a human, you do socialize. I mean, you have your family, you have your friends, you interact with other people. I mean, unless you're like a monk living in a mountain, I don't think there's anybody, especially if you're on the internet, therefore you are socializing. There is nobody that lives completely in isolation. So, you know, you might be writing out your comment like, well, I don't even like people, I just want to live alone, so maybe some guinea pigs are like that. Like, you're on the internet, so you are socializing. So you're doing some form of socializing with other people. So guinea pigs are like that. They need interaction with members of their own species. So also, don't say, oh, well, I'll give my guinea pig a lot of time, that way it'll be happy. You're not a guinea pig. So only a guinea pig can be companionship for a guinea pig. Don't, you know, get a rabbit, don't get a chinchilla. I've gotten a lot of comments, you know, about putting them with other species. That's not going to work. They need to be with another guinea pig. So, you know, there's a reason that jails use isolation as punishment. So just think of it that way. It's not nice to keep a guinea pig alone, and it is a care requirement. So if you are keeping a guinea pig in isolation, you are not providing the correct care for a guinea pig. Care is not just giving an animal food and water. Care is a lot of different things. So companionship is a care requirement. There are some guinea pigs that are not able to be in the same cage with other guinea pigs because they have behavioral issues at that point after having been alone so long. that they're not able to coexist with our other guinea pigs very well. In those situations, they should be caged next to other guinea pigs. There's even cages that I've seen people make where they put a divider in it so that both guinea pigs can live, with each other, but not be able to harm each other. So, that's one thing that you can think of doing if supposedly you have an aggressive guinea pig. Now, if you do have more questions, I did a whole video explaining why certain animals need to live with companions and why certain animals need to live alone. So if you want to check that out, it's going to be in the iCard. Now, the second thing, very important, do not put your guinea pig in one of those plastic balls. It's one of those round ones that rolls around on the floor. Do not put your guinea pig in that. That's very dangerous for them. First of all, they cannot go into something round like that, even if it is large, because it does arch their back a little bit. In order to push it forward, they would curve their back. Now, their backs are fragile. They cannot go in that direction. There's other animals that, like hamsters, rats, that are able to bend their back in that way. Guinea pigs cannot. So you're really harming their bone structure by putting them in those plastic balls. Besides that, there's also the fact that it is very poorly ventilated, so it gets very hot. They can't breathe that well. They do have sensitive respiratory systems, so those are just all reasons why you should not put them in those plastic balls. I like to call them death traps because that's really what they are. So just completely avoid that for guinea pigs, and really just avoid that for all animals. And then that brings me to the next point. Don't get your guinea pig a wheel. Like I said, they cannot arch their back, so even if it's a very large wheel, in order to get that step to go up where the wheel's turning, they are going to be arching their back. So don't get them a wheel. That's one of the reasons, that guinea pigs have such a large cage requirements, is because they need the floor space in order to get the exercise that they need. There are other animals that are able to get a lot of exercise by running on their wheel, which is awesome. But guinea pigs are just not designed for that, and having a wheel for them, again, it's just going to hurt their bone structure. So just avoid that and make sure that you do have a very large cage in order for them to walk. When choosing bedding for your guinea pigs, do not use cedar or pine. Those are actually very harmful to small animals. Basically, you can't use those for any type of animals, so not for hamsters, rabbits, hedgehogs. Just avoid cedar and pine completely. Now, that doesn't mean that all wood is bad for them. You can actually get aspen, and that's really safe, and that's actually what I use for my guinea pigs. A lot of people use fleece for guinea pigs as well. I don't particularly like fleece for guinea pigs, but it is a good bedding, and a lot of people do like it, so that's one of the options that you can go with. Don't keep your guinea pig in a tiny cage. There are a lot of store cages that are way too small for guinea pigs and don't meet the requirements for them. Like I said, they can't have a wheel or anything like that, so you want them to be able to walk around their cage and have enough room to actually be able to walk around it. A lot of guinea pig cages are actually homemade. There is, however, a guinea pig cage that I use that you can buy online and in stores. You can find that in the iCard. That is actually the size requirement for the United States if you want to check out that cage that I use. I really like it. I think it's really sturdy for them. So you can check that one out. And then speaking of cages, do not use cages that have high levels. There's some CNC cages that you see for guinea pigs that do have levels, and that, if you notice, will actually be fenced in, and it'll have like a little ramp to go up. I've heard of people wanting to use like critter nations for guinea pigs. I don't know why you would choose that for a guinea pig. It's not a good cage for them. They need a cage that is flat, that's basically a long cage, not a tall cage. So guinea pigs have a very poor perception of depth. So if I wasn't watching this guinea pig, she could just walk right off onto the floor because she doesn't know that the floor is actually that far away. So if you give them a cage with a level, they sometimes won't use the ramp. They'll just kind of like walk off the edge, and they can get hurt really bad. So that's not something that you should use for them. A flat cage is just going to be perfectly fine. That's what they need. So no critter nation cages or anything like that for guinea pigs. Those are awesome cages for the animals that they are meant for. And then talking about where you're going to be housing your guinea pigs. Now, guinea pigs really are indoor animals, and they're not really outdoor animals. The reason I say this is because you have to have really good weather in order to be able to keep guinea pigs outside. you should not keep a guinea pig outside in temperatures below 60 degrees or above 88 degrees, and that's Fahrenheit for anyone watching from Europe. Now, they shouldn't get too cold, and that's, one of the reasons I say they need to be indoors. Here, I can't house my guinea pigs outside at all because they can't go in temperatures over 88 degrees, and we're pretty much always going to have temperature over that. They will overheat in temperatures above 88 degrees, so if you get into 90, low 90s, they can start overheating. They'll have a very hard time breathing, and they'll end up having a heat stroke or just dying from the heat. Now, when providing stuff for your guinea pig, do not use salt or mineral blocks. This is something that they don't need, and they can actually just end up getting too much salt from that, so you don't need to provide any salt blocks or mineral blocks. If you're giving them a healthy diet, they're going to have all of the minerals that they need. And usually those mineral blocks for small animals really aren't that great. So you're not really doing any favors for them and giving them that. Just give them a really good diet. Their diet's supposed to be pellets with veggies every day and hay. I did a whole video on what guinea pigs should be eating every day, so if you want to check that out, it will be in the iCard. Next, don't use vitamin C drops in their water. If your guinea pig is lacking in vitamin C, it is best to get a tablet and crush it over their food, or just actually give it to them as a treat. Don't put vitamin drops in their water. Now, the reason I say this is because you don't actually know how much that guinea pig's going to be getting, and also it loses how effective it is once you do that, especially if they don't drink their water right away, if it goes over a couple of days. So it's not a good way to make sure that they're getting their vitamin C in their diet. Now, in very healthy diets, guinea pigs can actually get the vitamin C that they need from their food. But if you have a guinea pig that is, having trouble getting all the vitamin C that it needs, just use a tablet instead. Now, back to basically, the first one that I was talking about, other animals. So that's the last one that I'm going to talk about. Don't keep your guinea pig with other animals. So like I said, they need companionship, but that doesn't mean that you can keep them with a chinchilla or with a rabbit. First of all, chinchillas do not have the same care requirements as a guinea pig. So they need a tall cage, which would not, work out for your guinea pig. Guinea pigs need tons of vegetables, and a chinchilla should really not have any. So that wouldn't work out. As far as rabbits go, rabbits can be very harmful to guinea pigs. They're much bigger, they're much stronger, and they can kill or injure a guinea pig very easily. So that's not a safe thing to be doing, keeping them with rabbits. Or other animals, they can't go with hedgehogs, ferrets, things like that, obviously, because those are predators, and they would, want to have your guinea pig as a snack. So if you get a guinea pig, you need to get another guinea pig. Always at least 2 guinea pigs. That's one of the most important things about guinea pig care that I cannot stress enough, especially since it is the most common mistake that I see here on YouTube, with people thinking that it is okay to have only 1 guinea pig. It is absolutely not. Under no circumstances should your guinea pig be alone. So if you can't get 2 guinea pigs, what should you do? You shouldn't get that pet, because it's just not the right pet for you if you can only get 1. If you can only get 1 pet, there are other options. For example, Syrian hamsters, they prefer to live alone. So you could get a hamster, you could get a hedgehog, they're supposed to live alone. There's a lot of other options if you're only able to get 1 pet. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope it helps you with your guinea pigs. Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to check out these t-shirts. They are so cute. Look how relaxed Cupcake has gotten. She's just like thrown over to the side. I thought she was getting kind of restless during the video. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh, you're so sweet. Oh.